The old fastest Nebula camo strategy is back in Black Ops 6 Zombies. This insane strategy allows you to get all mastery camos multiple times faster than normal. And in this video, I'm going to see how quick I can complete various weapons using this method. Because the strategy gets increasingly better the higher round you're on, I'm going to be testing it past round 100 to show you guys how good the strategy can really get. Also, I'm going to take this strategy and compare it to other Nebula grinding strategies. Yes, a lot of research went into doing this. To do this strategy, you need to be on Citadel Day Morn. You need to. Also, I brought up the GOAT. 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦𝗕𝗦𝗖𝗥. Yes sir, he's back. My favorite thing about this method is how quick and easy it is to do. It's actually insane. But before you can actually do the strategy, you need to have special augments to make this work. For the first augment you need, this one is super mandatory. You need Pick Eater for Volt Trade. You absolutely need this one. Like seriously, you have no choice. You need that damn augment. The next augments are optional, but Dying Witch for Quick Revive, I mean come on. The next augment is Reactive Armor for Juggernog, one of the best augments in the entire game. The next one is Hardened Plates. Those two are super solid. For the next augment, you want to get increased max charges by 1 for Ether Shroud. This one is going to literally make your day so much easier. Now also, when it comes to the strategy, you want to run decoys and molotovs. I don't have those equipped because I'm too low of a level. Now if you want to deal with zombies on hardcore drugs, you're more than welcome to turn on that damn rampage reducer. As you always do, once you're ready, start opening the doors. Since we're here, if you guys struggle with the doppelgas, you have two options. A, you could go melee macchiato and fuck them up with a melee weapon, or B, you could wait for an insta-kill and also fuck them up. If you're relying on a power-up, the money it costs for you to open up the 2 doors once you're in the Volt Trade room is $3,750, so make sure you have that much money. Earlier I said an insta-kill, but a nuke could work too. Just make sure you open up the cage and then grab the nuke. Something unique about this strategy is that you could have your brain partially turn off for the first like 50, 60, 70 rounds, but once you get higher on, you need to focus up. Once you're ready, buy the Volt Trade perk, and if you already have a decoy and a molotov, you're practically ready, but since I'm on a level 1 account because I just prestige, I need to actually get a decoy. Randomly running around, by the grace of God, I found a decoy on the floor. Now, to do the actual strategy, you want to turn on this oil trap, grab your molotov, throw it away from you, and ladies and gentlemen, yes, it's back. The oil trap strategy. And yes, it's that easy to start. Like seriously, it really is. Notice, every time a zombie dies, it counts as a headshot kill. I don't know why, but it counts. Zombie critical kill x 15, 16, 17, 18. Tell me this shit is not crazy. I'm not even doing anything. Once the trap is over, you can either throw a decoy or pop an Ether Shroud. The Ether Shroud makes this a lot more comfortable. It's up to you though. While that trap is recharging, you want to go to the opposite side and literally repeat the exact same thing. Throw the Molotov, jump on this ledge and sit right here, and bam, the exact same thing happens. The reason why I don't call this a glitch is because of the fact that they took this out of the game and now it's back in. I pretty much feel like that this is intentional now. What makes this even better is you get XP from doing this too. You get camos, XP, gobblegums. It's insane. Before continuing, you need to know this. Your weapon's damage makes the trap deal either more or less damage. For example, if I have a tier 3 pack-a-punch weapon, the trap is going to deal more damage than compared to a tier 1 pack-a-punched weapon. In the earlier rounds of the game, it's not that much of an issue, but once you're higher on and the zombies have 50k HP, if you punch on accident, it 2-shots them. When it comes to elite zombies, check this out. And the exact same thing happens to special zombies. When it comes to the early game damage problem, I recommend having that dead shot augment where it doubles your damage if the enemy's at full HP. I should have said that earlier, but if you made it this far, shout out to you. The oil trap strategy is very unique. It has good things and it has some bad things. But before we get into the oil trap's pros and cons, I want to go over the other strategies as promised. But they're not really strategies, they're kind of more like glitches, not gonna lie to you. The first one being the good old director's mode strategy. For this one, go on director's mode, go do some Easter egg exploit, get to round 10, 11, 12 so you can get 1 doppelgast every round. Pretty easy. Now you might be wondering, why would I want to compare these strategies? I'm comparing these strategies to let you guys know how good the oil trap strategy really is. As someone who grinded Nebula really early on, my strategy was literally run around and shoot zombies, and that shit took forever. For this strategy, you get a gold gun every like 30 something minutes. Some things are undoable, for example, kill manglers and all that type of stuff, but this strategy is super solid for Mystic Gold. For the pros, you can get Mystic Gold and Afterlife really quick, and this strategy is really easy. For the bad things, it takes forever to get Opal and you can get Nebula. The next strategy is a more recent video I posted, but this thing got fixed even quicker than the other one. My bad for the quality, I'll make this one quick. This one is a Lion Sword Casimir strategy. It gives you infinite zombies and they're forever going to be weak. You're going to see that little altar right there. You want to throw your Casimir to the right of it, put your sword in there, and while your sword's going in there, just shoot your gun. Shoot your gun. Shoot your gun. and jump through the Casimir, and after that, bam, you're done. This one is very similar to the Director's Mode version because you get infinite weak zombies, so it's gonna have the same issues. For the pros, Mystic Gold and Afterlife are really easy to get. You could turn your brain off, and this has infinite zombies. For the cons, you can't get Opal and you can't get Nebula. For the next one we're gonna compare is hit the like button and subscribe. Yep, I'm gonna say it, nigga. I already took 5 minutes of your time. You might as well do it. Come on. Okay, on a serious note though, the pros and cons for the oil trap, I'm gonna go way into more detail. I'm gonna list the pros and I'm gonna list the cons, and I'm gonna give you guys the best ways to avoid the cons or kind of deal with them as much as you can. Now, for that one person wondering why I didn't address the cons of the other strategies and how to get around them and all that, that's because there's no fucking point in me doing it. They're literally fixed. You can't even do them. For the oil trap pros, decent when it comes to getting Mystic Gold, good for getting Opal, Afterlife, and Nebula, good for XP, good for weapon XP. And finally, the higher the round you're on, the better this trap gets. Now, for the cons, doesn't get every single Mystic Gold special camo. And the other one is, it gets difficult later on. Now, for the first issue, when it comes to the camos, this one is a little bit weird. Because some camos, like getting kills while Pack-a-Punch for the oil trap, it works completely fine. But for some camos, like get point blank kills, it might be like, oh, I mean, don't look at the zombies. But sometimes the zombies come from the left, on the left side, and they definitely get real close to you. You might not see it right here, but I promise you they do. And it gets worse. The reason being is because you literally could be doing what the challenge is asking you to do, but the oil trap just doesn't count it. It just doesn't. There's two things personally that you could do. The second option is a lot better than the first one. The first one is you could literally stay in the game, but if you have to get point blank kills, you have to wait for an insta kill. If you're too high on a round, you're not doing point blank kills on a shitty gun on round 72. You're just not. I'm sorry. The second option is, what I recommend doing is literally getting 2,000 headshots for every single weapon in this game, and then going back and get the special camos on your own time. That's what I recommend doing. If you do the second option and only get headshots, you literally could get 2k headshots, and when you're a little bit higher on in like the 80s, 70s, or whatever, it takes about 20 minutes, 25 minutes to do it. But like I said earlier, I'm gonna be testing this past round 100. Guess what? When I hit round 100, it takes you probably to get 2,000 headshots. No bullshit, it probably takes around maybe 15 to 20 minutes. And guess what? If you go even higher than 100, 150, 200, it probably could take you 10 minutes or a little bit more to get those damn headshots done. Now, when it comes to the difficulty, at the end of the day, it's how good you are at zombies and how much you're gonna have to pay attention. Some of this I can't really help you with at all, but some of it I definitely can. For example, the augment that increases your ether shroud charges by 1, that one is gonna be so fucking nice. When you're higher on, I only recommend you going from trap to trap with ether shroud. Another thing, parasites and special enemies are gonna be really annoying. Not really special enemies that much, but parasites are. Parasites are gonna be really annoying because they're ranged. What I recommend doing is put cryo freeze on your gun. If you don't have to do a challenge when it comes to get kills with dead wire or whatever, please put cryo freeze in your gun. The reason why is because cryo freeze does extra damage towards parasites. And special enemies are going to be annoying because guess what? When they die, they explode. And that constant damage raking up over and over again is what gets you down. Now for the next thing, stamp zombies. They're really fucking annoying. What I recommend doing is carrying one stamp and get the other 3 stamps down on the sword. If you have to leave and rejoin, when you come back you put the 4th stamp down and they still won't spawn in again. But if you have to leave and rejoin again, I'm pretty sure they will spawn in again. Yeah, they're really fucking annoying. I don't know why they're not fixed. Most of the time, stamp zombies do not get affected by the trap. That's why I'm addressing them. But when it comes to the good things again, I really want to emphasize the XP you get. It's so cool that you could get Nebula and get hella XP and Gobblegums at the same time. Fun fact, I use this strategy to get 1 million XP in one entire game. Back to the camos though, you could get Opal really quick. Seriously, you get around 8, 9, 10 Doppelgasts a round. I've barely been playing this clip so far, and 5 Doppelgasts have spawned in, and 4 of them are already dead. Tell me that shit is not crazy. Afterlife is super easy. 20 enemies die, you can just stand still. You might get hit once here and there. It's not that bad at all. Now for Nebula, you don't want to wait 10-15 minutes to get 1 amalgam. What I recommend doing is you could literally leave and rejoin. Sure, you might have stamp zombies also. What the fuck am I doing? Sure, you might have stamp zombies, but at least you'll get an amalgam every round. There's an exploit where if you leave and rejoin, after you get your first elite zombie, you get 1 every round. But the best tip I could give you guys when it comes to staying alive on this trap is that you need to be aware. You gotta know when the trap is about to end. For example, that little fire, you'll notice the trap is kind of dying down a little bit when the fires get a little bit smaller, but you want to wait maybe another, I'm not too sure how long it is, but like give it some time and you'll get like a muscle memory of how long it's gonna last for. Also, like how I died earlier, you want to make sure you do not throw the Molotov right by you because you will die. Make sure you throw it away from you. Now when it comes to special rounds, this round is not easy. It is not easy. This is not no freebie. There's two options. They're both pretty good, I'm not gonna lie to you. The first one is you want to train up all the zombies and turn on the oil trap. The reason why you want to train them up first is because the parasites could just fly right through it. But as soon as you turn the trap on, the oil falls from the sky and the parasites will get hit. They will get hit. But if you wait a little bit longer, they won't get hit. Now for the second option, you could train them and throw a decoy like how I'm doing right here. But of course, be careful because you could get into a bad spot really quick. Once the trap ends, you want to be careful when it comes to picking stuff up from the Picky Eater augment that you got from Bull Trade. When you pop your Ether Shroud and you go pick shit up, you literally have to walk over it over and over again, because for some reason if you walk over a Molotov or whatever, it doesn't pick it up. I don't know why. So you want to walk back and forth and make sure you pick up the Molotov. Besides that, you'll be set for this trap. That's it for today's video. Y'all niggas stay blessed. Peace.